G'day RC fans, my name's Jason Black. I'm an active member of the Barmah RC Car Club, Victoria, Australia. Just thought I'd do a little bit of commentary on a highlights video that was made on the weekend of Sunday the 24th of May 2015. We had a great turnout at the Shepparton Off-Road RC Car Club, which has now had its management taken over by the Barmah RC Car Club. After a couple of working bees and the valiant efforts of the members of the Barmah RC Car Club and Shepparton RC Car Club, the track is coming up superbly. So here right now we're looking at 1/8 Nitro Truggy. And we're looking at Craig Travaskis there. These things run a 0.21 cubic inch sized nitro motor. They're called a Truggy because they're partially a buggy and partially a truck. And we also ran 1/8 Nitro Buggy, but I was actually in that event, so I couldn't video it. So yeah, looking at Craig Travaskis there again. And yeah, there's Craig again. Great driver. There's Norm Guthrie, one of the founding members of the Barmah RC Car Club. I believe that's an X-Ray he drives in the green and gold. That's Damien McDonough, another great driver. So in this race, they are all 1/8 Nitro Truggies. And there we have Savage Sam from the Melbourne Off-Road RC Car Club, Mork, in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Norm Guthrie there, leading Craig Travaskis. And there's Savage Sam again, I believe. May be wrong. His cover looks very similar to Damien McDonough's. There's Norm Guthrie. He's the man you want to speak to if you're thinking about buying a car. He can definitely point you in the right direction and supply you with any car or parts you need. Extremely knowledgeable gentleman. All the drivers and members of the clubs are very keen to get new drivers on board. Our attitude is the more the merrier. We want to be racing against as many people as we can. We have combined novice categories. The dominant categories are 1/8 Nitro Buggy, 1/8 Nitro Truggy and 1/8 EP Buggy. But you can run anything you like. You'll just be running in a mixed category with novice drivers. Normally anyway, depends on the numbers of category drivers that turn up to each event as to what categories we run. And there's Norm again in his X-Ray, running an RB motor. RB Nitro Motors, the dominant choice of motor for drivers at our clubs. The Shepparton track, after a couple of working bees, is looking great. It's a bumpy track, but it's got good traction, as you can see. And all the rocks, large rocks, have been removed. You can see on the infield there's a lot of really large rocks. The largest majority of them have all been removed now. That sound you're hearing now, that signals that the next time you cross the line, that signals that the time is up, 7 minutes, and that the next time you cross the line your race will be finished, normally, provided you began your race at the soon after the siren. There are some exceptions to that. I won't explain here. Keep it simple. Okay, now we move on to the EP Buggy and Combined Novice category, which at some clubs is called Sportsman, I believe. There we're looking at Evan Gaskin in his Mugen 1/8 four-wheel drive EP Buggy, and momentarily a little green 1/10 two-wheel drive buggy. Cutest little things you'll ever see. But they struggle to get over the pipes. There's Gabby in her caster, ready to run 1/8 EP buggy. She's only ever had a couple of drives. She's doing really well. I'm not sure of the name of the guy in that white buggy we just saw fly past, but geez, he's a fast driver, good driver. Another all-wheel drive EP buggy there, and another little 1/10 two-wheel drive, and there's an all-wheel drive 1/8 buggy driven by Evan Gaskin. A little 1/8 short course there, and there's Kirsty Black in her caster 1/8 EP buggy, four-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive rather. And a little grasshopper, as I like to call it. There actually was a grasshopper car named Grasshopper, back in the 80s, I think. That's not it. Oh, a bit of a head on there. Can be quite a calamity in the novice category. It's quite funny to watch sometimes. But all the drivers pick it up quick. We've actually got 3 girls running in this category today. 2 EP buggies and 1 Nitro Buggy, which at this present moment I'm not sure where the Nitro Buggy is, driven by Sienna. Her pop is getting her into it. They all have a great time. A little 1/10 versus an all-wheel drive 1/8. You can see the 1/8 catches it quickly at the end of the straight. Whoops, bit of a collision there. And there's this guy, I'm sorry I've forgotten his name, but he is really good. I think that might be a Coyote, I'm not sure. And that's a Mugen there, the orange and yellow. I think the Mugen may have been dialed down a little bit, because I've seen that run at Barmah before, and it's an absolute little rocket.
They're just so powerful.
So Evan may have dialed his speed controller down a little. There's Gabby, who later attacks the cameraman.
It's like a little grasshopper.
Short course, 1/8 short course, and a little 1/10 short course there, the orange and green. And 1/8 all-wheel drive EP buggy. That's Evan Gaskin, a Mugen brand. So we got 1/8 EP buggy, 1/8 EP buggy. And here we go, attack of the killer buggy. lift the camera out the way.
Attack of the killer buggy.
It does take a little while to master the art of using a car controller. It's usually quite foreign to people to control anything using a controller like that. So it does take a little bit of practice, but that's what this category's for, is for new drivers to get a bit of experience out on the track with other cars. It's very different to just driving around in a car park or something, or a grass park. You've got to stay within the pipes. You're not allowed to cut corners. If you do, you're supposed to redress, meaning sort of go back and do that little section of the track again, unless it's only a small cut. And as long as you didn't gain time or didn't gain position from it, it's usually allowed that you keep going. The computer system will generally pick up if you have an abnormally fast lap time. All the cars have small radio frequency ID transponders, RFID transponders in them that can be loaned from the club for free, or you can bring your own, because they can be a little expensive when you buy them from the MyLaps company. So the clubs usually supply them, and we do. And they just clip underneath your car's body or shell. And then there's a wire loop that runs under the track, just near to where I'm standing there with the camera. And it can detect as the car passes over it to measure your lap time. But yeah, practice makes perfect. If you don't live right now, who's that guy running out there? I have no idea. Oh, that's me. Some of these EP buggies have amazing speed and power. When loaded down with two 5,000 milliamp hour batteries, they actually weigh a tiny little bit more than a Nitro Buggy. Oh, here we go. This is a view from the driver's stand, which I believe will be being replaced soon because it's a little bit small. A little bit too small for large events. And it's quite run down. There's Evan Gaskin in his Mugen 1/8 all-wheel drive buggy. Kirsty Black in her caster ready to run. I think it's an EX 1.5R. This is only her second ever race. About her 5th time on track. There's Sienna's RB, ready to run RB 1/8 Nitro Buggy. Doing really well. I think her pop has told her to do blipping exercises. The reason Nitro, you may have noticed Nitro drivers blipping on the throttle a lot and wondered why they're doing that. Well, the way a Nitro motor works is the air and fuel is mixed in the crankcase down the bottom of the motor, and it tends to get flooded down there, causing the motor to be too rich. And by blipping on the throttle clears that out, allowing the motor to run at the desired air-fuel mixture, which is leaner than what it is when there's too much fuel sitting in the crankcase. So I think her pop has got her doing some blipping exercises. Which is why you can hear her constantly on and off the throttle like that. which in the long run is probably going to serve her very well. Learning to drive around the entire track by blipping. I may even have a go at doing that myself one day, just doing nothing but blipping.
Current position. First, damp Sterling. Second, 7 gas can. Third, blend.
Personally, I'm new to this myself. I've only been involved for less than 6 months. September or October last year I joined the Barmah RC Car Club with a ready-to-run Kyosho Inferno Neo, and I outgrew that quite quickly and moved on to an Intech BR5. But I tended to drive my Nitro more like an electric. That is to say that I was constantly driving around, almost four-stroking everywhere, where the motor is flooded and I'm not achieving optimal power. So around mid-corner, you give a few blips on the throttle, which clears the motor out, and by the time you're at the corner exit, you will have maximum power available to you. When that happens, you do need to use throttle control. Once you've cleared the motor, you'll get a lot of wheel spin. Something similar to hitting power band. Once the motor's cleared, it feels similar to a power band on a two-stroke dirt bike, for example. Though, of course, they don't have a power band like a two-stroke dirt bike because they don't use reed valves. They just only have ports. I'd highly suggest doing a Google search for a video on how nitro motors work. Quite interesting, and that will go a long way to explaining why drivers blip around mid-corner before holding the throttle down or feeding the throttle on to full.
Current position. First,
Kirsty Black is picking this up very quickly. She's doing very well in her caster EX 1.5R, supplied by Norm Guthrie of Barmah Hobby. Great guy. Excellent prices and the best service you could ever hope for, and after sales support. Highly recommend if you ever come to the track talking to Norm. He'll only be too happy to supply you with advice, non-biased advice. He's extremely experienced. All of the drivers here they're very friendly and very keen to get new drivers involved to build the category up. It's a very good time to get involved because we've got a lot of beginners, as you can see, and you'll learn at the same pace they do if you join now. Okay, I'm Jason Black. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you on track soon.